Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday. It's going to be another wonderful day. It's currently 55, going to be a high of around 80. Very little chance of precipitation. So we are studying the Song of Solomon, and we're in chapter 5, and I think we ended around verse 5 or 6. So let's go back to verse 4 real quick. Song of Solomon, picking up chapter 4, verse 4. My beloved put his hand on the latch, and my heart was thrilled within me. I arose to open to my beloved, and my hands dripped with myrrh, my fingers with liquid myrrh on the handles of the bolt. I opened to my beloved, but my beloved had turned and gone. My soul failed when he spoke. I sought him, but found him not. I called him, but he gave no answer. So, this is another section where I struggle to see this poem or the song as an allegory for whether it be Christ and the church, Israel and God. So, first of all, right, the bride, the woman, the female pronoun in the Christ church, husband, bride, that's actually a target. It's not an allegory. In that it is, we're always the bride, we're always the woman, we're always the female pronoun because we're always subject to Christ. Okay, so for those who call upon the name of the Lord, they what? Will be saved. That's right. So for her to call on him and he gave no answer, it doesn't fit. It does not fit for that target. Okay, because when we call upon the name of the Lord, we will be saved. He will answer. He will. All right. And then the other part too is, Israel. So if this is about Israel and how he turned and how we turn from God, in Jeremiah, Israel's always, when it's the collective, right? When we're not talking about Israel or Jacob the man, right? When we're talking about Israel the collective, it's a female pronoun. It's a female pronoun because Israel, right, God's chosen people, is supposed to be subject under God. Okay. Check out Jeremiah. Look at when talking about Israel. When he's talking about Israel, it's a female pronoun. Okay, so that doesn't make sense for this. That doesn't make sense for the song. It's, if you ask me, it's a love song. It's maybe a dream that she's having or had. Right, it's past tense. But it has to do with their love and how that type of love works individually between the man and the woman, but between Christ and the church, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit. Okay, so but he gave no answer. The watchmen found me as they went about the city. They beat me, they bruised me, they took away my veil. Those watchmen of the walls. Ooh, okay. So the cities have watchmen, and they're there to warn the people if somebody's coming. But they also police the city. Okay, they also police the city. And so the watchmen found me as they went about the city. So they were on their patrol. Okay, they beat me, they bruised me, they took away my veil. So they exposed her. All right, they exposed her. Those watchmen of the walls. If you've ever been exposed in your sin, all right, it doesn't feel good at the time. It does not feel good. It's freeing, sure, and you don't have the weight of the veil, right? The having to keep covered anymore. So there is that. But it's like being beat. It's like being bruised. It's not like being killed, right? It hurts. You take your lumps, right? But it's freeing, okay? It's freeing. And so here the watchmen, they take her veil away so they expose her, right? She feels exposed. I adjure you, O daughters of Jerusalem, if you find my beloved, that you tell him I am sick with love. All right, so they expose to her that she loves him. Okay, she loves him. And because he's not there, she's sick, right? She's lovesick. And love sickness is a real thing, y'all. It's a real thing. Your friends can see it on you. You feel it. It's you can't that facade, like men especially, we do it. Like, oh, I don't need you. I could do this, right? And then what happens when you're sleeping on the couch? You're lovesick. You're like, I need my woman, blah blah blah, right? So that is a real thing, all right. And when we let our guard down or put our guard down, and ladies, you know this too. You think you don't need your man or whatever. You do, right? You do, and it's a humbling realization when you realize without your spouse it makes you sick, right? It is. We think we can do things, but when we're missing our other half, right? When we're missing our other half, it's hard. Okay, it's hard. Now, others. Okay, the chorus. What is your beloved more than any other beloved? What is your beloved more than any other beloved? O most beautiful among women. What is your beloved more than another beloved, that you thus adjure us? So she's very pretty, right? He already talked about that. She can have anyone. So why this one? Okay. And why should they chase him for her? Why should they do that? And now she answers that question. My beloved is radiant and ruddy. So he's rosy in complexion. Ruddy means like it's rosy or dark complexion. Distinguished among 10,000. His head is the finest of gold. His locks are wavy, black as a raven. His eyes are like doves beside streams of water, bathed in milk, sitting beside the full pool. His eyes are full of good. Okay, his eyes are full of good. He provides her peace, and there's grace. There's grace behind those eyes. This description, yes, it's physical, but notice radiant comes from the inside out. Radiant comes from the inside out, and so from the inside out, he is more. What's it say? More distinguished among 10,000. Right? His eyes are like doves beside streams of water, bathed in milk, sitting beside a full pool. It fills her, right? It fills her when she sees him. That's thinking back to when I was dating my wife, and her eyes, right? To this day, her eyes are still beautiful. But they, when you look into them, it fills. There's this filling, okay? There's this filling up, and I would say, are you filled? Are you filled with your spouse? And if you're not, then what's going on? Where do you need to be uncovered? Okay, where do you need to be uncovered? And is there something in the way that needs to be maybe bruised or brought low, right? What sin is in the way that's keeping you separated from your other half?